Welcome to Brain Burst, 10 detective riddles for geniuses only. You'll have just 10 seconds to answer each one, so think fast and look carefully. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Case number 1. Who stole the ice cream? Someone grabbed an ice cream from the cart without paying. 3 boys were standing nearby, and each one says they didn't take it. But one of them is lying. Look carefully at the scene, their shoes, and every tiny detail around them. One hidden clue will reveal who really stole the ice cream. You have 10 seconds. Time's up. Did you guess it right? The correct answer is B. Here's why. Look closely near B's shoes. There's a small puddle of melted pink ice cream on the ground, and a tiny bit of it has splashed onto his red shoelace. That means B was carrying the stolen ice cream when it fell. That's how we know B is the one who stole the ice cream. Let's move on to the next puzzle. Which tent is safe? 3 tents have been set up for a camping trip, but only one of them is safe to sleep in. The other 2 have hidden problems that could make them unsafe. Look carefully at each tent and inspect every tiny detail. One hidden clue will reveal the correct answer. You have 10 seconds. The correct answer is A. Here's why. Look closely at the tents. Tent A has all of its guy lines pulled tight and every stake is firmly secured in the ground. Tent B has a loose guy line and one stake has come out of the ground. Tent C has a tear in the side of the tent, making it unsafe in bad weather. That's how we know Tent A is the only safe tent. Let's move on to the next puzzle. Who forgot to lock the door? 3 neighbors have just left their houses. Each one says they locked their front door before leaving, but one of them is lying. Look carefully at each door and every tiny detail around it. One hidden clue will reveal who forgot to lock the door. You have 10 seconds. Time's up. Did you guess it right? The correct answer is B. Here's why. Look closely at B's door. The keys are still hanging in the door lock. If B had locked the door and taken the keys, they wouldn't still be there. That's how we know B is the one who forgot to lock the door. Let's move on to the next puzzle. Who lost the phone? Someone accidentally lost their phone while walking through the park. 3 people say it wasn't theirs, but one of them is telling a lie. Look carefully at their clothes, their pockets, and every tiny detail around them. One hidden clue will reveal who really lost the phone. You have 10 seconds. Time's up. Did you guess it right? The correct answer is A. Here's why. Look closely at one of A's pockets is turned completely inside out, and both of his hands are outside his pockets. That's a strong sign that something recently fell out. The others have normal pockets with nothing missing. That's how we know A is the one who lost the phone. Let's move on to the next puzzle. Who cheated on the test? 3 students are taking an important exam. The teacher says one of them broke the rules by secretly using a cheat sheet. Can you figure out who it is? Look carefully at each student's desk, their clothes, and every tiny detail around them. One hidden clue will reveal the student who cheated. You have 10 seconds. Time's up. Did you guess it right? The correct answer is B. Here's why. Look closely at B. A small cheat sheet is sticking out from under the side of his desk. The other students only have their test paper and stationery, but B has hidden notes within reach. That's how we know B is the one who cheated on the test. Let's move on to the next puzzle. Who is the fake lifeguard? 3 lifeguards are on duty at the beach. They all claim they're ready to respond if someone needs help, but one of them isn't a real lifeguard. Look carefully at their equipment, their uniform, and every tiny detail. One hidden clue will reveal who is pretending. You have 10 seconds. Time's up. Did you guess it right? The correct answer is A. Here's why. Look closely at A's whistle. It still has the clear plastic safety plug covering the mouthpiece. A real lifeguard keeps their whistle ready to use immediately in an emergency. With the safety plug still attached, A's whistle couldn't be used right away. That's how we know A is the fake lifeguard. Let's move on to the next puzzle. Who left the gate open? A family dog wandered out into the yard after someone left the gate open. 3 people say they weren't the one who did it, but one of them is lying. Look carefully at the gate, the dog, and every tiny detail around the scene. One hidden clue will reveal who really left the gate open. You have 10 seconds. Time's up. Did you guess it right? The correct answer is C. Here's why. Look closely at C. The dog's leash is in C's hand, and the fresh paw prints lead directly from the open gate to where the dog is standing beside C. That means C was the one handling the dog when it came through the gate. That's how we know C is the one who left the gate open. Let's move on to the next puzzle. Who took the library book? A library book has gone missing. 3 students say they didn't borrow it, but one of them isn't telling the truth. Look carefully at the books they're holding, their pockets, and every tiny detail around them. One hidden clue will reveal who really took the library book. You have 10 seconds. Time's up. Did you guess it right? The correct answer is A. Here's why. Look closely at A. A library receipt is sticking out of A's pocket. That receipt shows the book was recently checked out from the library. The other 2 don't have any library receipt with them. That's how we know A is the one who took the library book. Let's move on to the next puzzle. Who borrowed the headphones? A pair of wireless headphones has gone missing. 3 friends say they didn't borrow them, but one of them isn't telling the truth. Look carefully at the sofa, their phones, and every tiny detail around the room. One hidden clue will reveal who really borrowed the headphones. You have 10 seconds. Time's up. Did you guess it right? The correct answer is C. Here's why. Look closely beside C. The wireless headphones are tucked between the sofa cushion and the armrest right next to C. The headphones are within C's reach, while they're nowhere near A or B. That's how we know C is the one who borrowed the headphones. Let's move on to the final puzzle. Who has the banned item? 3 travelers are going through airport security. They all say they aren't carrying anything that's not allowed, but one of them is hiding a banned item. Look carefully at their bags and every tiny detail around them. One hidden clue will reveal who is carrying the prohibited item. You have 10 seconds. Time's up. Did you guess it right? The correct answer is C. Here's why. Look closely at C's bag. A knife is sticking out of the open zipper. Knives aren't allowed through airport security, making it a prohibited item. That's how we know C is carrying the banned item. Congratulations if you solved all 10 cases. How many did you get right? Let us know in the comments. If you liked our video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And turn on the notifications so that you never miss an update. Thanks for watching Brain Burst. See you in the next video.